If you have just installed Yass Reloaded, the number of features can feel like quite a lot at first. Yass Reloaded can do a lot more today than just edit songs manually. Downloads, lyrics, transcription, separation. There is quite a lot in there by now. So in this first video, we are going to keep things very simple. We will only cover the basic setup, meaning the things you really need so Yass Reloaded is ready to use. The easier online workflows and the fully offline setup will come afterwards in separate videos. On a fresh installation, Yass Reloaded will guide you through a few initial questions the first time it starts. The first dialog is the library setup. This is where you tell Yass Reloaded where your songs, playlists, and covers are stored. Usually the folders from your Ultrastar Deluxe or Vocalux installation. If you want, you can also switch the language directly here before going on. After that, Yass Reloaded asks how spaces and lyrics should be handled. Earlier, song files often placed spaces before words, but these days it is more common to keep them after the word, which is also how current tools and sources usually handle it. Then Yass Reloaded asks whether the song library should be refreshed automatically on startup. That can make sense if you often add songs outside of Yass Reloaded and want the library to stay up to date automatically, with the trade-off that startup can take a little longer. And finally, if FFmpeg is not configured yet, you will get a hint that FFmpeg is needed. This is essential for audio playback in Yass Reloaded, and without it, the feature set is much more limited. For example, with fewer supported audio formats or handling slowed down playback. So for the basic setup, these are really the key dialogues to be aware of. If you still need to install FFmpeg at this point, it is usually easiest to close Yass Reloaded for a moment and come back once it is installed. I am going to make a shortcut here and then show you how Yass Reloaded behaves after restarting with FFmpeg available. If the FFmpeg path is available through your system environment variables, Yass Reloaded will usually pick it up automatically the next time it starts. One small note for the restart. Yass Reloaded may generate the samples for its built-in piano sounds the first time. And that can take a minute or two. So this is happening right now, so I will simply skip ahead in the video. And if you made a choice a little too quickly during the first start, no problem. You can revisit all of these important settings afterwards in the normal settings dialog. So first, let us go to Extras, Preferences, Library, then Setup. Here you can check the paths for your songs, playlists, and covers again. While you are here, it is also worth checking the language setting and the option for refreshing the library on startup. After that, let us switch over to external tools. If FFmpeg was found correctly, its location should now appear here. Here, you can also configure the paths to other tools. Python is the general runtime used for Python-based helper tools. Once the basic setup is done, there are a few other tools that are especially useful to know about. The first one is YouTube DLP, which is the tool to download the video and audio tracks from YouTube. I will put the download link in the description. After installing it, you can also take a quick look at the wizard settings. There you can choose the preferred audio and video quality. Then let us go back to external tools and look at Orbio. I will also link that in the description. Orbio is there so Yass Reloaded can determine the BPM and the pitch values that are used for visualization. And finally, there is MV-SEP, which is the online service Yass Reloaded can use to separate vocals and instrumental audio. For that, you will need to create an account and an API key. Once that is set up, you can usually leave the default model settings as they are for now. From time to time, it is worth checking the vocal model, because you can switch that to a newer version later on. And there is also the audio format. And if you are using the USB syncer as well, you can enter its path in the settings we just looked at. That allows Yass Reloaded to use the syncer database directly, so many USDB-related lookups can already work offline. But for the initial setup, this is already enough. In the next video, we can build on this and go through the actual song creation workflow step by step.